Prof Karin, we are so privileged to have had you as a research director, and on behalf of NuMIQ, it's my privilege to wish you well for the future and also to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for NuMIQ, for your kindness and wisdom and for your expertise. Thank you so much, and thank you for always being available and guiding us.
Sure. Thank you for that kind words, Marisha. It was also an exciting journey for me when NuMIQ started in 2013 and up to now. So halfway through the second term of my directorship, it's time for me to move on. So, but I live with a sore heart. It's very fond memories of the PUC and NWU, and especially being the faculty and NuMIQ. Yeah, so it was a high point in my career. I'm sure lots of things happened, and yeah, I've also learned a lot of things during the way, through making mistakes and through my contact with the colleagues. So, it was a period of huge growth for me.
Thank you so much. Before I'm going to ask you to give your outgoing message, I wonder, we are curious about how are you staying there in the Cape, and are you enjoying it there? Are you settled? Please tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, so we've moved in Saturday last week. The lorry finally arrived. It was a 4-day story, moving that side and without our furniture for a few days. So we had to live in guest houses on our way to Cape Town. But eventually we got here. And this last week we packed out, but we've hopefully temporary in a rental home. So it's a bit smaller and too small for all our stuff. So lots of things are still in boxes, but at least we made sure that we marked all the boxes so that if we need something, we can go and fetch it. But it's in Boston. It's just south of the N1 in Belleville. So I'm 5 minutes from the campus. The Faculty of Community and Health Sciences is in a separate building than the main campus of UWC. So it's in the main street of, near the main street of Belleville. And I haven't been to the office yet. I've got an appointment with the head of department tomorrow. So then I will go and look where's my real working place. But it seems that the people are still mostly working from home. So I will find out tomorrow if I'm expected to be in office every day, maybe a few days a week. I'm not sure. But in I'm not in a management post anymore. So it's also time for me. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, but so it's as a professor. So it's teaching, research, bit of management, but more just being on the executive committee and be on committees, Senate and things like that. And then, but I'm responsible for advancement with the module. So I need to study my clinical things up a bit again, but it's things that I've tried to keep my hands on for the last few years, but it's been a while since I've really taught and been responsible for a module, but I'm ready for it. And then I'm also doing, the second semester, I'm doing the research methodology module for the 4th year. So I've also done that previously, and yeah, so I will be responsible for marking again, all of those stuff that I've been busy with other admin the last few years. But yeah, I'm sure I will be able to again do it. So, but I will find out the details about that tomorrow. And then got more than a week of orientation online sessions next week or so. So I'm sure after that I will be clear about what's expected of me.
That sounds wonderful, and all of the best with that. So you are welcome to to share a few words with us and also to tell us more about your plans for the future.
Okay, when Prof Duplessis asked me, I thought of a formal farewell speech, but I haven't really done that. But I've got a few things that I think is worthwhile sharing with you. Maybe lessons that I've learned through my career now. And as I said, I've also made mistakes during this time, and I acknowledge that, and I always believe I need to move on from your mistakes. But something definitely is taking making use of opportunities. I've had a number of opportunities during for my career, things like having the opportunity to do the postdoc, things like the Plume project, putting your hand up if there's something to do, and be brave, see if you can use, maybe there's things that you're not going to be successful in necessarily, but if you don't try, you will never get there. There's lots of opportunities. So I want to urge each and every one of you, if you hear about something, if you see posts from the director on the university's website, find out what it's all about and try. We need, or let's say NuMIQ needs, large grant applications and things. And the reality is that for every 10 applications, there may be one that's successful. So one needs to get into a rhythm of applying, learning from this one, from the feedback, trying again and incorporating the feedback. And, so it's a long-term process, and one mustn't become discouraged. It's like, I think it's even worse than articles or a manuscript that you get back, and because usually you're fishing in the same pond as lots of others and people with lots of more experience maybe. So but there's also opportunity. Sometimes they want to say they're helping Africa, or they want specifically links with developing countries, and then we can get in there. So I want to urge you to make use of opportunities like that. And this current opportunity of mine also, after I got the post, my husband and my children told me they thought I'm mad, that I could try to get a new job at 60. And they didn't think I would get it. So they took me a bit short there. I said, oh, no, okay. I took the trouble to fix up my CV and to do the applications, do the interview, but in the meantime, they didn't really think I had a chance. But okay, I am very fortunate, and I know it was a development for my career, but also for my personally. It's a next step for me. So then I also just want to thank all my colleagues, all my students, everyone that I had contact with. And for some of the colleagues, I've worked together for many years. And we've learned from one another. And sometimes we were angry with one another and we moved on. So it's also relationships that come a long way. And then for others, maybe I didn't know you for so long, but I hope there's something that's also of value. And I've learned a lot from my communication and contact with other colleagues. That, that's why even if each of us, when we do a proposal review or an ethics proposal, you get feedback and you think, really? But after you've just get yourself a cup of coffee, just relax and read through the reviews, and every time you learn something new. So it's definitely, we need to grow a thick skin and move on. So I'm sure you know it, but we all need to be reminded again if we become a bit sensitive about things. And hopefully in NuMIQ, I can really say that there were never personal issues. Every time we come back, this is back to the matter. And it's not really, there's not things like jealousy or how can I put it, but to put yourself higher than others all of us need to learn, and we are needed to be petty, but concentrate on the matter. If there's really a problem, try to solve that. It's not about personal attacks to one another. Then, yeah, I hope that there can be ongoing collaborations. I still have a number of students that I need to complete, and we've appointed co-supervisors for them so that the official communication will be through the person that's still in WU employee. But I will definitely still pull my weight, and for some of them, they're near the end of their study, so it doesn't really make sense for me to give it over totally. But for others that still have in their development phase, by all means, the co-supervisor can take the lead, and I will rather support. My main paycheck will come from UWC, so I need to put in my 40 hours, and I know you all know that academics don't really just work 40 hours, but in this case, I will need to work my work as it's supposed to be here, and in WU things will come after that. So I will try to do my utmost best, but there's also things that's not really in my hands to control. And then I hope, even if we talk, I've just mentioned things like grant applications, but keep us in mind. And also, you can also, again, if we can do things together, and there's other projects that you know of that you think I can also, I've promised the colleagues here that I also bring my networks along. So it will be something that can be of benefit to both universities. And I would really urge you also to keep it in mind that if there's something that you think I can still make a contribution, or I have new colleagues that I can ask to work together, please contact me again. I'm not going to use my NWU email anymore, but you can find out from Prof Welma or Prof Du Plessis for my new email address. I don't have an official one, so currently I use a Gmail account, but I will probably get it in the next week or two. I'm not exactly sure how the administrative things work this side, but then if it's an official thing, then we can do it in that way. And then lastly, I want to urge you to support the new director. Prof Welma has been appointed for 6 months now as acting director. We don't know what will happen after that, but I'm sure you realize she's got lots of new ideas and lots of energy, lots of experience also, and using technology. And she's a very structured person. So I believe that my way of doing it was maybe suitable at that stage when it was more about gaining everyone's trust, but it's definitely ready to move on at maybe working with stricter timelines. Prof Welma's really got a way to get there, and I'm sure you will have great success working with her and then with the new director, whoever that may be.
Thank you so much, Prof Karin. We appreciate your words of wisdom and your encouragement. And we also look forward to collaborate in future with you and your colleagues.
Thank you. Now it's been a long journey for me at the NWU and in Potchefstroom. So it's a huge change for us. And but I'm excited that I think it will be wonderful, and I'm sure NuMIQ's got also exciting times ahead, and we'll just take it further and further. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and keep well.
Okay.